You must ruthlessly eliminate hurry from your life. Greetings, everyone. This is Dr. Gary, and this is your Shepherd's Leadership Insight of the Day. 4 practices to unhurry life. Sabbath. With so many poets and sages that have penned amazing lyrics and prose, they all are tapping into the desire for the infinite. It has no limitation. There is no point of satisfaction. Why? We are finite. We live with all sorts of limitations. Therefore, we experience restlessness. We live with chronically unsatisfied desires. No matter how much we see, do, buy, sell, eat, drink, experience, visit, etc., 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 we always want more. The questions as apprentices of Jesus is what to do with all of this unsatisfied desire, this restlessness. The answer is human desire is infinite because we are made to live with God in His world, and nothing less will satisfy us. So, our only hope is to put desire back in its proper place on God, and to put all our desires in their proper place below God. Dallas Willard stated once that desire is infinite partly because we are made by God, made for God, made to need God, made to run on God. We can only be satisfied by the one who is infinite, eternal, and able to supply all needs. When we fall away from God, the desire for infinite remains, but it is displaced upon things that will certainly lead to destruction. Sabbath is more than a day. It is a way of being in the world. It is a spirit of restfulness that comes from abiding and living in the Father's loving presence all week long. Pay close attention to the following comparison chart between restfulness and restlessness. So, which side of this chart are you currently living? Do you live, first of all, with margins, slowness, quiet, deep relationships, time alone, clarity, contentment, working from love? Or are you on the other side of this chart? Busyness, hurry, noise, isolation, crowds, confusion, discontentment, working for love. Well, study this, ponder this, hit pause, and just give this a few moments of reflection, and maybe journal some of your own thoughts right at this moment. Maybe the voice of God is speaking to you. Notice the words of Jesus in Mark 2:27 and 28. Jesus said to them, "The Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. So, the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath." I mean, what a stunning statement by Jesus, speaking to a culture that was legalistic and guilt-heavy, that totally missed the Father's heart. The second half of verse 27 is what they needed to hear. They were operating in an upside-down pattern of life. Not man for the Sabbath. Man was made, the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Today, we aren't legalistic about the Sabbath, when most of us do not even practice anything remotely like the Sabbath. Author Swoboda, in his book, Subversive Sabbath, The Surprising Power of Rest in a Non-Stop World, states that we are perhaps the most emotionally exhausted, psychologically overworked, spiritually malnourished people in history. The creation narrative in Genesis gives us God's order of things way, way back at the beginning of creation. On the seventh day, God rested from work. What is the Lord saying to you right now about initiating and strengthening the power of a Sabbath experience? No noise, no phones, no music in the backgrounds, totally in quiet rest and listening to the still small voice. What is God saying to you in that moment? Well, our time has come and gone on another shortcast episode. I'm grateful that you've given us a few moments of your time, and I would doubly be grateful if you would share this content on your social platform to let others know about this growing, learning community as we grow together in faith. I'm always open to hear your comments or your questions, and I would appreciate hearing from you. It would be very helpful in the shaping of future dialogues and content. Well, until we can meet again, we bid you Godspeed. Bye for now.